Over the past several months, UAL misconduct allegations, especially those against politicians and Hollywood figureheads, have made up a large portion of our news cycle. From Donald Trump to Harvey Weinstein, many important men have been accused of UAL harassment and/or assault by women. But very few men have stepped forward with allegations, that is until athlete-turned-actor Terry Crews took to Twitter last month. Now, he's sharing his story, but is also facing some backlash. The original story, this whole thing with Harvey Weinstein is giving me PTSD. Why? Because this kind of thing happened to me. One can't. Terry Crews at Terry Crews, October 10, 2017. As the cheat sheet reported, Crews posted a Twitter thread on October 10 sharing his story of UAL assault. Over 16 tweets, he explained how a Hollywood executive came over to me and groped my privates while at an industry function. Crews shared this experience in part to show that he dealt with many of the same things that women did in that situation, worrying how it might affect his career if he spoke out. He also admitted that he didn't act in the moment because he suspected the media would twist the story to make it look as though he attacked the executive first. The reaction to his admission, the experience that Terry Crews says happened, is not uncommon for black men and other men of color. Too often black men are seen as perpetrators of crime, and their victimization is doubted. Sexual assault can happen to anyone. pic.twitter.com 6io39ismq, Safe Horizon at Safe Horizon, November 18, 2017. For the most part, the response to Crews' story was very positive. Both men and women thanked him for sharing his experience. He even became a poster child of sorts for his unique situation. Organizations like Safe Horizon were able to use his example to show a side of violence and harassment that many don't consider. Sharing the account exclusive at Terry Crews Speaks Out, actor shares story of Hollywood harassment. https://t.coachbitbook.pic.twitter.com 8L4BB1 Zanu. Good Morning America at GMA, November 15, 2017. Last week, Crews took things one step further. He appeared on Good Morning America, where he gave a play-by-play of the assault. Crews revealed that the man who assaulted him was Adam Bennett, a prominent executive at William Morris Endeavor, one of the biggest agencies in Hollywood. At present, Bennett is on leave from WME. Crews has also taken legal action with the LAPD. Russell Simmons is called out concurrently. More actions were being taken as part of this movement. A few days later, an LA Times story was published revealing new allegations about two major Hollywood players, Brett Ratner and Russell Simmons. In the article, Kerry Clouton-Calgie recounts an incident from when she was a 17-year-old model, in which Simmons pressured her into performing oral on him while Ratner ed. Simmons responded on Instagram, alleging that the UAL act in question was consensual for all parties involved. Crews chimes in message Russell Simmons sent to me regarding my UAL assault case against Adam Bennett of at WME. Dear at Unclarush, no one gets a pass. pic.twitter.com Mevcook, Terry Crews at Terry Crews, November 19, 2017. By this point, Crews has made it clear that he is fighting for both himself and other victims of UAL misconduct. Shortly after Simmons posted his official statement, Crews called him out in regards to his comments on his own case. Crews shared an email from November 3, in which Simmons asked him to give Bennett a pass. But Crews wasn't hearing any of this. He tweeted the message and tagged Simmons on Twitter, adding, "No one gets a pass." On the defensive Russell Simmons, Aaron Davidson. Getty Images. Russell's defensive response wasn't surprising given some of the others we've seen. Aside from Louis C.K., whose statement did include an admission, but not exactly an apology, the men accused have either made excuses for their behavior or refused to acknowledge it altogether. Crews, like so many women we've seen use their voice in this movement, refuses to accept this. Even when he has been threatened by media outlets, he is standing strong in his testament and continues to fight for justice. HBO series. While the allegations against several of the perpetrators have led to consequences in their professional lives, this isn't always the case. Netflix, in particular, has been quick to cancel projects involving those accused, such as House of Cards after Kevin Spacey was called out. But Simmons has escaped this thus far. As of November 21, his all-deaf comedy series will air as scheduled on HBO, beginning on Deck 1. Check out the cheat sheet on Facebook.